What's going on, Leo? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the week of August 28th through September 3rd, 2023. So in this reading, Leo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding the week of August 28th through September 3rd, 2023, Leo. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you, Leo, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would really appreciate that very much. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you, Leo, and we'll see what wants to come through for August 28th through September 3rd, 2023. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Leo. Let's go ahead and see what we got here for you, Leo. Okay, very interesting energy that you have here for you, Leo. Before we get into the tarot, let's start this reading off with some messages from the universe for you from this oracle card deck for this upcoming week. And the first message that you need here, Leo, from the universe is actually courage. Okay, courage. So this really advises you to move in the direction of your fear instead of away from the direction of your fear. Most animals, when there's like a storm coming and they're in the field, they run away, but the bull charges straight into the storm here. And there's some sort of storm in your life that you're meant to courageously move towards instead of away from, even if it's scary here, because in order for true courage to exist, fear must be present. Okay, and there's some sort of illusion that I think is being broken to you, that sometimes you view people who are successful and you're like, wow, they have no fear. I have fear, so I can't do it. Everyone has fear, but you just got to push through it. And now Spirit's giving me a visual, and some of you, this is going to be really intense, but have you ever seen what the Wizard of Oz, Courage the Cowardly Lion? Because Leo is the lion, and lions obviously have courage. But right now, Spirit's giving me a pretty crazy visual of a lion that has been captive in a zoo its whole life. The lion has been in a zoo. People have been walking by. They've been in this fake world, the Matrix, right? And right now, the universe is basically telling you you've been a lion in a cage your whole life. Now you're being released into the wild. There's an opportunity for you to be released into the wild, and you don't know what to do because your whole life you've been some sort of captive. And so it's not that the courage doesn't exist within you. It's just that it's been beaten out of you by the Matrix. So, and some of you in your own private thoughts, the courage doesn't go anywhere. And so that's what it creates excess potential. There's some sort of release of energy there's some sort of action that you need to take. And for a lot of you, the courage here is actually courage to say no to something. I will not accept this. I can't accept this anymore. So courage is what you need, Leo. And remember, the visual they're giving me is a lion in a cage that has been captive its whole life, that's now being released into the wild. You look a little bit gimpy, but you still have so much to go. So it's just if that resonates with you, then there needs to be a change there, right? Definitely something going on with love here as well. Now, the other message that you have here is universe. Just a message about the universe here, Leo. And there's something the universe is reminding you to take a step back, and the objective observer always has the advantage. Right now, your experience is being limited to your earthly identity, Leo, in some sort of way. So your mission is not limited to Earth or its inhabitants, and many of you star people have been sent here on a divine mission that is beyond the current socio-political, geopolitical world that we live in that's been keeping you the lion in the cage. And so some of you, this has to do with your love life as well, like being more open to different solutions in your love life, maybe loving in a different way, because there does seem, if you've been, I gave a reading to you not too long ago, and it was all about this great love thing, but there needs to be a courageous readjustment if you're with someone, because I feel like it's not working. For those of you that have been committed to someone for a while, I really feel like there's something that's blocking you from your purpose, because almost like you don't want to look bad in front of this person, or the way they look at you is actually keeping you stuck and you don't realize. For those of you that have been in a relationship for a long time, there's something about someone's perception of you is keeping you stuck. When we talk about this reality and the universal way that things actually go on, we have no idea how it works. There's a reason why when you're changing you want to become more successful, you want to change your life, it's important to go where no one knows you, because when people don't know you and they can see a certain energy that you're giving off, it's almost like it readjusts your whole timeline. So there's someone that you know, an identity that's been entrenched into you that really has nothing to belong with you. Once again, it's the caged lion in the zoo. And the problem is there's someone here that you really love that is like keeping you in this box. And it may be from a distance, maybe you don't even talk to them, but maybe it's your auntie that checks in on you, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's your friends that you've always known for a long time, Leo. But there's something about people's expectations of you are keeping you in a box, even if it seems very good. You know, Leo, what we're doing? Are we hanging out? Are we banging? We're like all this good stuff, but then you don't realize how it's holding you back. So you need to have this universal perspective to take a step back, look at yourself, and see how you're playing yourself, you know. There's definitely an issue with love here. Definitely. So hold on. You also have New World, and this card, like the only other time I've used this deck for you, the New World card came out, if you recall, a few months ago. And this card is telling you to view your intelligence as a gift. Okay? The world needs people who value their own insight right now, Leo. Okay? So the universe needs you to recognize your worth right now. But for some reason, there's some sort of comfy reality that it's not really working. Now, this definitely has to do with love for a lot of you as well, for sure. So let's get into the tarot. Your opportunity, Leo, is the Knight of Pentacles, and I feel like this is taking slow, steady movement to free yourself of the situation, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, so take your time this week. The opportunity is the Knight of Pentacles, like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, but you really need to start moving it forward, moving the ball down the field in your life, taking some sort of practical action as well. If this has to do with a love relationship, you're going to have to sit down, talk, readjust the relationship in a practical way. It can't just be, I'm going to have my emotional flip out, and then we're going to give each other ice cream and have sex and pretend like it didn't happen. Because a lot of you in a long-term relationship, that's what happens. You say something that's real, and then it just gets covered up, and you'd rather not address it. Well, it has to be addressed. Because once again, it's holding you back in so many other avenues. And this could not just be with a lover, it could be with a friend, family member, etc. There's something here that's phony, you know? And I don't think it's like you that's phony. I just think there's, I don't know, something phony going on here. Like overextending one's stay in some sort of reality or relationship. Your challenge is the Lover's card. So for those of you dating someone in a love situation here, there is a challenge. Now, there is also a challenge about a new lover coming in for you, or your partner, which sounds kind of weird, but there's something here, Leo, about love is your challenge. So for a lot of you here, I do feel that if you're a single Leo out there, love is going to be on the table for you, but I feel like you have so much going on that it would be wise to engage with this love, but not completely. If you're a single Leo, I do feel there's love coming in for you. Could even be a past life relationship with another fellow fire sign or an earth sign is what I'm getting. But you really want to prioritize yourself, because if your cup isn't full, you have nothing to give. And right now you're working on having the courage to fill up your own cup, whatever that means for you. Okay, Leo. And for those of you that have been in, dating someone for maybe like a month or over, or been with someone for a long time, there really is a deep reflection about this isn't really universal expansion anymore. Because when it comes to your overall general energy, Leo. You have the King of Wands, you have the Empress, and you have the Hermit. And this is you rethinking your own authenticity and also rethinking your own abundance. If you're a single Leo, you're more focused on career or some other hobby, developing yourself spiritually or whatever it is at this time. There's a deep reflection about your own abundance, your own self-worth here, your own self-esteem is what you're reevaluating for this week. But if you are in a relationship of any kind, a situationship with one person, even a marriage here, well, it seems like you could really be thinking about this very deeply, because it seems like one person's getting the good end of the stick here. And I feel like it's not you, Leo, because the King of Wands here, like, is you. Even if you're a woman, it's you. You know, like, so if you're a woman, make it the Queen of Wands. The Emperor could be the Empress here. There's something about an imbalanced relationship, but it's very subtle because it's not obviously imbalanced. If some, like, person were to observe your relationship, they'd probably be like, no, it's not imbalanced. But in your heart, because of some sort of change within you, it is imbalanced now. Because there's just something you're not feeling it emotionally anymore. And I think that if for those of you in a long-term thing, you need to make sure you're not staying with someone for the wrong reasons. You know, stubbornness, false stubbornness. And when it comes to what you don't see coming, Leo, you have the Six of Cups, the Fool, and also the Four of Cups here. And you see how the Fool is moving away. The Six of Cups has to do with your home, roots, ancestry, something that's been around here, nostalgia, the past. The Fool is moving away from the past here, and it's moving into some sort of situation of saying no. And remember, I told you need to have the courage to say no to something. And I feel like for those of you, I feel like no matter how you cut it, this is a reevaluation in a love relationship, and that's me saying it nicely. Because there's something, like, whether it's you or the other person, there's someone who's not on board emotionally anymore with this whole love situation, even though there's still great sex, though. That's what I get. For most of you, there's still, like, a very good physical connection, but spiritually it's not doing it for you anymore, and that's what I get. Like, and even if this has to do with a career, some sort of living situation, any earthly thing, because you have the universe, you need to zoom out, there's a deep physical satisfaction, perhaps. Maybe you're working a job that you hate, but you're in this nice apartment. Maybe you're dealing with someone who you know you need to move on from, but the sex is so great and they massage you and they're just your comfort zone. There's something here that's very physically satisfying, but spiritually no. Okay, so I don't even know what that really means, but take it or leave it. That's what I get. Now, when it comes to your advice, from Spirit, Leo, you have the Two of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you also have the Three of Wands here. So think long term. There's something about your legacy that's coming into play here, having the patience to see your legacy through and to make choices that actually are in alignment with that legacy. You also have the Two of Cups here. So I do feel, for a lot of you here, there's something about a new love that's going to cause problems. I do feel like for those of you that are in a relationship, there may be something about you and someone breaking up and then getting back together again when the time is right. I do feel that for some of you is what's going on. I don't know. We're going to have to clarify this, Leo, to really see what's going on. But clearly love, whether it's like you, whatever like love means to you is a real big issue. It's your challenge. And your opportunity is to make a practical choice to change the situation to do with a love dissatisfaction. So, and it seems like, once again, you're satisfied in the physical or in the sexual, but you're not satisfied in the spiritual. So whatever situation, and this is honestly the frequency that I've been getting for months for you, is that whatever you have going on, if you stay with it, if you stay with your partner, if you stay with your current mindset, if you stay with your current job, it's not going to kill you, but it will kill your spirit. It will. Whatever, I don't care what you have going on. There's something that you run the danger of like your spirit getting smaller. Because once again, courage, like you've been in a box the whole time, the lion. And some of you, your problem is that you don't even really, you know that you're in a box, you know you've been imprisoned, you know, your whole life in the matrix, and you're trying to like slowly wake up to that, but it still like bothers you. And some of you are like, it's it's some sort of weird syndrome. Some of you are in denial about how trapped that you are, by the way. And this has been a message, I didn't know how to say it, but for some of you here, Leo, the reason that you're not pulling the trigger on something that you really want to do, a move that you want to make, whether this has to do with love or career, is because you're telling yourself it's not that bad, but it's like some sort of stubborn ignorance here, like the lion in the zoo saying, well, it's not that bad. The only reason you're saying it's not that bad is because it's all you know. And the whole reason that the universe card here is here, Leo, universe, is telling you the universe sees it not how you see it. The mystic sees your life not how your ego sees it. And if you don't think you're screwed, then you're doubly screwed. In some sort of way, you got to realize that this is not working. Something's not working, Leo. So let's go ahead and clarify. See what the Lovers is your challenge. Okay, yeah, I mean, clearly, Leo. The Lovers is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Lovers, the Emperor, and also the Temperance card here, Leo, in your challenge. So for those of you that have been in a long-term relationship, I feel like whether it's you or your partner, you want some sort of new potential third party or some sort of more expansion. There could be someone here who's, once again, spiritually unsatisfied, so they're just going to do something new. If you're in a relationship, once again, I feel like there's not a lot of harmony here. The Temperance card is about being moderate, and I feel like your challenge is there's a lack of moderation, whether this is bubbling up within you or from someone else. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of like mini breakup. Like if you're in a relationship, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a halt, a break, a readjustment here. And if you're single, Leo, then I do feel like you're going to meet someone, but then it interferes with your career goals. Like this week from the 28th to the 3rd, you're going to meet someone, and perhaps someone wants it to be too serious for you. Okay. Yeah. I hope this is resonating, Leo. Because there's something about waiting for the true partner that you're meant to be with as well. You have the Empress and you have the Knight of Pentacles here popping out on the Three of Wands. So I feel like I don't know, Leo. Okay, let's keep going. Let's clarify why the Hermit is here in your overall general energy. Right next to the Empress and the King of Wands. Why is the Hermit here? Page of Wands in reverse. Why is the Hermit here? Yeah, immaturity here. Interesting. The Hermit is clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Wands here. So these are 3 court cards. So there's a reevaluation when it comes to relationships, different people around you. Once again, having the courage to release certain people that may be extremely immature, that are just no longer relevant to the journey that your soul has to go through ahead of you. They're just no longer relevant. So, and there's also something with a partner here, though. Like, the King of Wands is here in your overall general energy. You also have the Queen of Wands here. And so I feel like the Hermit is, you're in some sort of outdated, immature relationship. But once again, I do feel like there's a passion that's like still there. And for some of you, if you've been with someone for a long time, it's never going to really go away. Or if you've been on and off with someone, you've been with them for a long, it's never really going to go away. You're always going to find your way back to this person in some sort of way. And so you can know that. Like, I really feel like if you're going through some sort, and some of you are going to be triggered by this. Like, if you're going through some sort of breakup, I don't think it's forever, but it could be for a while. Like, I don't know, Leo, let's just keep going. A lot of abundance coming in for you, though, for sure, But once again, there's something you want to pull the trigger on, you just can't do it. So I don't know. You tell me what that is. Let's clarify why the Four of Cups is here and what you don't see coming. Four of Cups is clarified by the Moon, the Hierophant, and also the Knight of Cups. So there's really questions about commitment, whether you're in a relationship or you're single and you meet someone. If you're single, Leo, there's someone here who like you meet and it's just casual and they instantly like want to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you're going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because remember, there's something you want to go slow with. The opportunity is the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving energy. The opportunity is also the Three of Wands, being patient, slow-moving energy, clarified by the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles, literally. So what this means is, if you're single and there's someone here, you're going to have to tell them to slow down your horses. I understand there's great sex. You have the King of Wands, Empress, and the Hermit. There may be just something here about, once again, you can't stand this person's personality. They're a little bit too something for you. But even if you're in the Four of Cups clarified by this, Leo, something is changing within the commitment of your relationship if you've been in something for a while. And even if you're single, I feel like you're going to meet someone new, but they're just a little bit foolish or immature. Once again, in your overall general energy, it's clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse and also the Page of Cups upright and also the Queen of Wands. So for those of you that I can feel like you meet someone here online, you start talking, it's so great, but then you realize there's a red flag, you ignore it. For those of you in a relationship, once again, this person's perception of you is holding you back in a way that you have no idea, because there's some sort of old identity that you're meant to outgrow. Even if this is a friend group that you've been committed to for a while, Leo, things are definitely changing. So let's also just clarify, Leo, why the Two of Cups is here in your advice. Because clearly it's not like you're not meant to engage with people, but it's just, reading is confusing me, to be honest with you. I feel like you need to get clear on your priorities. Yeah, the Two of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Walking away from love. Two people, you see how these people are taking a split in the road. Queen of Cups looking this way, Eight of Cups person looking the other way, walking away. So there's something here about you taking your time out for yourself, perhaps saying retreat, go away, especially when it comes to you meeting someone new. But even if especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time, Leo, there needs to be some sort of break. I get it as a break. I don't get it as a hard split. I get it as a break. Even if you just met this person last month and I did a reading for you about this amazing love situation that some of you are still on riding that wave, there needs to be a break here. From friends, family, there needs to be a break. You need to get yourself right, because there's something that's spiritually dissatisfying you. You could be going out with your friends, your lover, your family, and eating these mac and cheese balls or your vegan burgers or whatever, and it's so nice, but then spiritually you're just sitting there like this. And a lot of you, it actually doesn't even have to do with these other people, but you're not going to change anything because you're so